But going back to your point on maybe one or two of Kathy Wood's stocks could get lucky and hit the big time, isn't that Tesla? Isn't that hasn't it already happened for her? Don't you think she gonna strike twice with the lightning and have another one of those big companies in there do it?
I'm prepared to give her more than it's strike lucky for what it's worth. I think there might be some genuinely really good stuff in there, and she is actually really signing on to the reasons that they're very, very good. Tesla, I think I get more and more convinced by the day. So it seems every time yet another Tesla drives past me, and I live in Oxford, so pretty much nothing drives past anything here. But the more I see Teslas on the street, the more I think they might even have a kind of insurmountable lead in this. And yeah, look, car manufacturing has not historically been a very good business to be in, even for things that have legacy brands that people will buy up for kind of whatever comes out. But I'm increasingly impressed by Tesla for what it's worth.
Absolutely. I've even put it into some models recently and thought, oh, this thing actually has value at this point, considering its revenue growth. And I know all the bulls are saying this revenue growth is going to continue forever. I mean, let's get on to a bit of Tesla opinionated news, I guess. I'm sure you've got a little bit of it. 200 people getting sacked who have been there since pretty much day one, and they are skilled workers. These are data loggers, aren't they? The manual data loggers that are being sacked, and they are being sacked and being left out to dry. What do you think that says to Tesla's workforce, and what actions might you think they take later?
So Tesla can be a very good car company and will not justify its valuation. A lot of Tesla's current valuation is based on robo-taxis coming along and Tesla being the leader in this kind of autopilot kind of robo-taxi sector. And getting rid of the people who are working on your data logging for your autopilot and your robo-taxi service seems a bit of a strange move, but it's a wider problem that's going to affect Tesla, at least in the short term, is that when recession bites in America, what happens is a lot of jobs get cut, and people are a bit worried about company growth, so they have no need to have 500 sales staff when 250 can do the job, and they have no need to have 200 marketers when 100 can do the job. And unfortunately, these guys are the guys who are going to be in your Teslas, the guys who are going up and down the country selling door to door and making calls and what have you. They're going to be the ones that are in your company car Teslas, and if they're getting let go from jobs, that's bad news for Tesla. There's no way about it. That's not good. But I tend to be the growthy investor out of a lot of us, but I still don't see any value in Tesla. I just don't believe that growth. I think they've had a lot of growth pulled forward. They're almost at the point of sort of justifying that growth, but looking forward, I just don't see this exponential growth continuing. I think the competition is really here. I mean, my brother's just got a Hyundai Ioniq 5 or whatever, and it's a similar price car, and it does absolutely everything a Tesla does. So, and it does more miles than my Tesla. So straight off the bat, it's already a better car for going long distance. So,
I tell you what, personal point of view there. In my town, Polestar 2 is really popular. I can't believe how popular Polestar is. And we keep seeing the adverts for it, but we don't see. I don't hear a lot about it. Why aren't people talking about Polestar is one of my first questions. But the second one, I was driving in Norway the other day, and I think I've spoken about Norway in the Discord a few times to people, and how quite far along on the electric scale it is as far as renewables go. But I was driving along in my diesel car at about 80 kilometers an hour. Going past me was Renault Zoe. It was Ionis. It was no VWs. There were no real VW cars going past, but the majority, of course, were Tesla. There were a few BMW things, but it was a massive mix, and that was the important anecdotal thing for me right there. It was a massive mix. Not everything's a Tesla out here. Not everything is, just the top flight. There wasn't many Model X's. There was a lot of Model Y's, but the majority, Nissan, the Leaf was really popular. That's really, really popular over here. I don't think it's the only horse in the race here. And like you say, the other stuff has to come off. The other stuff, the solar panels, the battery packs, and I think the battery packs are there. You know, to your point that Tesla might be more than a car company, I think it's more than a car company, and I think it's more than a car company right now. But I don't think it's as much of a car company as, you know, if you've gone to the Tesla calculator on the ARK Invest website, it's not a bullish case of 4 grand per share, and it's not a bearish case of two grand per share. I think they really have to rethink those numbers.
I was going to say, just, and this sort of like goes on to Buffett's point of all the M&A cars that have since gone bust when he produced that list of people. But anybody looking outside of the majors at the moment has got to sort of look at Tesla as a case and say, look, it's not that a company would necessarily be able to just follow Tesla and that would happen. Look at the massive amounts of capital expenditures Tesla has had to spend to get everywhere at once. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's going to be any company that's coming out with and saying, oh, well, we'll just incrementally sell in the UK and then we'll possibly try France. Like that system just does not work. It really is about like just absolutely blitz scaling your way to getting as many factories out there as you can, getting as many salesmen on the ground as you can, and that the capex spend on that is incredible. And it more because I mean I'm not going to buy Tesla. I'm not in a rush to buy Tesla, but God, am I not in a rush to buy Lucid? Am I not in a rush to buy Neo? I mean, Polestar might be able to like lean on the Volvo network because it's an old Volvo brand, but gosh, it's not a new entrant kind of market, is it? It feels horrible.
And to your point there, you look at I don't know what the debt on Stellantis is, but for VW, the debt is very, very high there. And like you say, it needs to absolutely flood everything. And it has tried, hasn't it, with the IDs? It has tried here in the UK to just go, here you go, get as many of these out as you can, get them sold to rental networks, lease car networks, get them all pushed in there, get it seen on the road. That's the important thing, right? Get it seen on the road, get people to go, what the fuck is that car? And that's what happened with Teslas. And I remember Zach talking about his Tesla. Was it his Tesla before, or he had a friend who's a Tesla? And he said he was on the road, and kids would come over and go, "Oh my God, Tesla!" That's what you need to do with your electric vehicle in the market these days, and I completely agree there.